morning students, welcome back. So as we all know that we are in a situation of COVID-19, we have to stay at home because we need to stay safe. Okay, so for that reason, our beloved school, St.Xaviers School Adipur has organized e-classes. So for organizing these e-classes, I'll be taking your EVS subject, that is Environmental Studies. My name is Sonal Sharma and I am your new EVS teacher. So students, I think and I hope you might have seen the previous video. Okay, so now as you have done already the first chapter, here's a quick revision for that. And to show you a quick revision for the first chapter, I'll show you one video.
Myself. Children, you are all special. When we meet new friends, we greet them and introduce ourselves. What would you say about yourself? You would say your name. My name is Sheila. I'm studying in 2nd standard. My father's name is Mr. Robert. My mother's name is Mrs. Rainbow. I'm born on 26th May 2004. I live in block number 23, Morris Road, Chennai 17.
Now, as you saw the video and in that video you learned about yourself. So, you saw the video, but children, what did you see in the video? You saw a girl and the girl was giving introduction about herself. So, do you remember how you introduced about yourself? Do you remember myself studied in class 1? Let's take a minute and revise myself. Now, in myself, what do you say? In myself, you introduce your name. You share the information about your parents. You tell your age. You tell in which school do you study. And you also share your favorite game or activity which you like the most. So here we begin with our chapter, that is more about yourself. Now this is your first chapter in your textbook where you share more about yourself. Now in this, the first activity is having some words which are having jumbled letters. Now you have to rearrange the letters and find out the name of the activity. For example, here it is ACIDNGN. Now, can you see a girl? What is the girl doing? She is dancing, right? So, this activity is dancing. In the second image, you see a boy. What is the boy doing? Painting, right? So, this jumbled word is painting. In the third image, you see a man. What is a man doing? Gardening. Right. So, this jumbled word is gardening. Now, all these three images show us that they all are doing something which they enjoy. Something which they like to do. Now, all these activities are called as hobbies. Okay. Now, in here, hobbies are activities done for pleasure during free time. Okay. Now, all these activities which give you happiness or which you love to do are called as hobbies and they are done in free time to get pleasure. Now, these two girls are discussing and here, hello, I am Tanya. Let me tell you about my hobbies. Now here you have your friend Tanya who is sharing about her hobby. Okay, and she is telling 2 activities I love to do in my free time are painting and singing. So here your friend Tanya loves to do painting and singing. Now we can see in your textbook there are different kinds of hobbies. Okay, every student has some speciality. Every students like different activities which they enjoy. So here are some of the example of hobbies: painting, paper crafting, writing, stamp collection, listening to music, playing games on computer, cycling, writing, stamp collection, listening to music, playing games on computer. You all are aware about PUBG, right? It is also one type of hobby, playing games, okay? Cycling, swimming, gymnastic, bird watching, gardening, photography, all these are examples of hobbies, okay? Now, importance. Why is hobbies important? Why do we need to develop a hobby? What is the importance of a hobby? Okay, we are going to learn. Hobbies makes us happy. So why is it hobby important? Because it makes us happy. Avika has a sweet voice. She feels very happy when she sings. Okay, whenever Avika is sad, she is not feeling good. So she will take out a free time for her and she will enjoy her hobby of singing because that makes her happy. Hobbies help us to relax. Mr. Anand is a doctor. When he gets tired, he shuts his eyes and listens to music. It makes him feel relaxed. Okay, so here Mr. Anand is a doctor. Now when he returns from his job, he is tired. But he has a hobby of listening to music. So he plays his favorite music and he relaxes. Hobbies keeps us occupied in our free time. We should not waste our time. We should utilize our time. Okay, utilize in a good manner. So hobbies help us to use our time. Okay, it keeps us occupied. Roshan was a very naughty boy. His mother bought some storybooks for him. He really enjoyed reading those books and gradually he developed the habit of reading and reading became his hobby. Okay. Now hobbies are of many kinds. People can have one or more hobbies. It's not compulsory that you will have only one hobby or you can have only one hobby or 2 hobbies. But you can have many hobbies depending on what do you like to do. Okay. Now, hobbies are usually not taken up for making money. But sometimes a hobby becomes a career. For example, if I like something to do, okay, and I want to go into that field or into that hobby, by pursuing studies on it. So it can become my career. For example, Mrs. Sharma's hobby has always been to bake cakes and biscuits. She runs a bakery and earns money too. Now, here Mrs. Sharma, this auntie, likes to cook the cake. But then she started, developing her ability to create bakes, to bake cakes, and that helped her to earn money. Mr. Mohan's hobby has always been to click picture. He owns a photo studio. Now, here this uncle of yours, Mr. Mohan is, having a hobby of clicking photographs. He got his hobby, into a career, into a job. Mrs. Singh's hobby has been to craft toys. She owns a soft toy shop. Now somebody enjoys making toys. Okay, and slowly and steadily they have made this hobby into a career. Now students, the moral of this chapter or the key points which we have learned in this chapter are that hobbies are activities carried out in our free time. Hobbies are the activities which are carried out in free time. Different people have different hobbies. Now different people will have different hobbies. Okay. If I am having my hobby as singing, you can have your hobby as dancing. And I can also have singing and dancing both as my hobby. Hobbies engage us, make us happy and relax. Like we saw the example of Avika and Mr. Anand, who is a doctor. Hobbies makes us happy and they also relax us. Sometimes hobbies can also become a career. If we follow our hobby passionately and we make out time for our hobbies every day, we can make it as a career. Thank you. Good morning children. Hello, how are you? I hope you all are safe at your home. We are back again with our e-classes organized by your beloved school, St.Xaviers School, Alipur. So, beginning with the new class, I am your new EVS teacher, Sonal Sharma. So, from now onwards, I will be taking your environmental studies and I hope you enjoy my class. I suppose you have seen the video of chapter 1 and you have gone through it properly. But as we are back from a small break, we need to revise it. So, for revision, we have a small video for it. So, have a look upon the video.
Ira, I'm a girl. I am 6 years old. I'm studying in class 1. I go to school in the morning at 7 o'clock. I come back from school in the afternoon at 1 o'clock. Who are my family members? There are 5 members in my family. My father,
enjoy your, and that's why hobbies are important. So children, before we come to the end of the chapter, I will also make you recall that you all are very special. Every child is special and everyone have different hobbies. Everyone love different things to do. Okay? So, every individual have different hobbies. Okay? Now, there are some people who take up their hobbies as a career. For example, if your friend loves to enjoy singing, she might grow up or he might grow up and become a singer. Okay? So, what did we learn in this chapter today? We learned hobbies make us happy and relaxed. Hobbies can be taken as a career. Hobbies are activities to be done in free time. So I hope you would have recalled your first chapter properly, and now